Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to solve O-Levels Mathematics T paper 2 in a session May-June 2024 paper 2-2. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1 part A, oranges cost $1.45 per kilogram. This is a cost of 1 kilogram of oranges. Usher buys 1.2 kilogram of oranges. Find the change he received from $10. Okay, so 1 kilogram of oranges, the cost is $1.45. What about 1.2 kilograms of oranges? The cost is going to be 1.2 times 1.45. That would be the cost in terms of dollars. 1.2 times 1.45. This is 1.75. 1.74. Right. Okay, now we have to find the change he received from $10. So to get the change, we can say from $10 we have to subtract the price of 1.2 kilograms of oranges, which is 1.74. 10 subtract answer, this is $8.62. Now for part B, Maria pays a fee to sell strawberries at a market. Each day she pays $75 plus a payment for the mass of the strawberries she sells. The fee Maria pays per day is shown on the graph. All right, the mass in kilograms and the fee per day. Number one day Maria's fee is $240. One day. Use the graph to find the mass of the strawberries she sell that day. Okay, 240. 10, 20, 30 and 40. This is $240. Okay. Let me use the graph and find out the mass of the strawberries. Draw the straight line and check the reading. This is 310, 20 and 30. 330 kilograms. All right. Now for the second part, on Saturday, Maria sell 270 kilograms of strawberries. On Sunday, she sell 220 kilograms of strawberries. Find the total fee she pays for the 2 days. All right. Let me read on the graph for 270 kilograms. This is 270, 50, 60 and 70. 270 kilograms. The price is $210. And what about 220 kilograms? 220 is this. And the price, this is in the middle. Okay, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 185. Okay, on Saturday, Maria sells 270 kilograms of strawberries and the total fee for 270 is $210. Right, and on Sunday she sells 220 kilograms of strawberries and the total fee is $185. All right, now find the total fee she paid for these 2 days. The total fee we have to find out for Saturday, which is 210, and for Sunday 185. Let me calculate the total by doing the sum. 210 and 185, that is equals to $395. Okay, now for the third part, the fee per day for Maria now increases. Each day she now pay $90 plus a payment of $60 for every 100 kilograms of strawberries she sell. On the grid, draw a line to represent this new fee when she sell 0 kilograms to 500 kilograms of strawberries in a day. Okay, on the grid we have 0 kilograms to 500 kilograms. Okay, so before you have given each day she pays $75. So 75, you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. This is 75 plus a payment for the mass of strawberries she sell. So it starts from the 75. Now each day she now pays $90. It starts from 90. Here we have 90. All right, plus a payment of 60 for every 100 kilograms of strawberries. For 100 kilograms of strawberries, 90 plus the payment of 60. So means for when the mass, and we have the fee. So the initial we have given when the fee is $0, the mass is 90 for every 100 kilograms. When the mass is 100 kilogram, the fee is in 90, we have to add 60. So this is 90 plus 60, which is 150. The next point is going to be 150. All right. Next, for again 200 kilograms, again adding 60, which is 210. For 300 kilograms, for 400 kilograms, and for 500 kilograms. Adding 60 is 270. Then add 60 is 330. And then add 60 is 390. So this is going to be the line. Okay, so fee 0, 90, 0 and 90, and then 100, 150. So at 100 it is going to be 150, the middle. 200 is 210. 200 we have, this is 200, 210, this point. All right, 300 is 270. For this is 300, we have 250, 60 and 70, 270. 330 for 400. 400, this is 310, 20 and 30. And 500 is 390. 350, 60, 70, 80 and 90 over here. Let me draw that straight line. Okay, connecting all the points. This is the new line now. All right, now for part C, write the ratio 1.6 kilograms, 600 grams, 2.4 kilograms in its simplest form. So it is better to convert all of them into grams, right? So as we know that 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams. What is 1.6 kilograms? This is 1.6 times 1000 grams. And 2.4 kilograms, this is 2.4 times 1000 grams. All right. Okay, so 1.6 times 1000, this is 1600 grams. And 2.4 times 1000, this is 2400 grams. All right, let me write this down. Now the ratio is 1600 grams, ratio 600 grams, ratio 2400 grams. Now we can easily cancel out grams with the grams, right? So all the grams are cancelled out, cancelling the 2 zeros. All right, so we are left with 16, 6 and 24. All are divisible by 2. 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And this is in the simplest form. 8, 3 and 12. Question number 2. The diagram shows a fair spinner numbered from 1 to 5. The score is the number line, is the number the spinner lands on. Number 8, the spinner is spun once. Find the probability that the score is 3. So there is only 1, 3 and the total outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 out of 5 is the probability, right? Number 2, even. How many numbers are even? 1 is odd, 5 is odd, 4 is even, 3 is odd, 2 is even. So 2 numbers are even out of 5 numbers. All right. Now for part B, the spinner is spun twice. The two scores are added together. Number 1, complete the probability diagram to show all the outcomes, the first spin and the second spin. So it added together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 3, 4. 1 plus 4, 5. 1 plus 5, 6. Okay, so 3 and 4, that is 7. 3 and 5 is 8. And 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 plus 2 is 6. 4 plus 3 is 7. 4 plus 4 is 8, and 4 plus 5 is 9. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 plus 2, 7. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9, and 5 plus 5 is 10. Number 2, find the probability that the outcome is 4. How many outcomes are 4? 1, 2, 3. 3 outcomes are 4, right? And how many total outcomes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 5, and 5 is 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 are the total outcomes. Number 2, find the probability that the outcome is greater than 6. How many numbers are more than 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 outcomes are more than 6. So that probability is 10 out of 25. Question number 3, part A. The exchange rate between dollars and Malaysian ringgit is $1 equals to this much. The exchange rate between the dollars and Pakistani rupees is this much. Find the exchange rate between Malaysian ringgit and Pakistani rupees. All right, so we have given that $1 equals to 4.19 Malaysian ringgit, right? So we can compare, and $1 equals to 179.12 Pakistani rupees. So we can say 4.19 Malaysian ringgit, this going to be 179.12 KR. All right, so what is 1 MYR? That is going to be 179.12 divides 4.19 PKR. Let me simplify. 179.12 divides 4.19. This is 42.749 or 42.75 PKR. Now for part B, Farhad invests $150 in an account paying compound interest at a rate of 4% per year. Gulshan invests $1,500 in an account paying simple interest at a rate of X dollars per year. Farhad and Gulshan have the same amount of money in their account at the end of 2 years. Calculate the value of X. So both have the same amount of money. So for the compound interest, we have the formula that the amount of money is A equals to P into 1 plus R power T. And for simple interest, we have a formula that amount equals to P into 1 plus RT. All right. So Farhad and Gulshan have the same amount of money. So it's same amount of money, so we have to put them equal. They have the same amount of money. P into 1 plus R to the power T equals to P into 1 plus RT. All right. So they have the same investments. Let me put this investment. Farhad is 1,500. 1 plus interest rate is 4% and the amount of year is 2. And for Gulshan, is investment is 1,500. 1 plus interest rate is X% and amount of years are 2 times by 2. All right. So we can cancel it out. 1,500 is cancelled with 1,500. All right. Let me simplify further. So we have 4 over 100. Add 1, take it square. This is 1.0816. And this is 1 plus 2x over 100. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 5 is 10, and 0. So 1.0816 subtract 1. This is going to be x over 50. Because I just shifted this one. All right. So minus 1 is this much. 0.0816 times by 50, that is the x. Okay, let me times it by 50. This is 4.08. 4.08 is the x value. Right. Question number 4, part A. The diagram shows first 4 patterns in a sequence. Pattern 1, 2, 3, and 4. Number 1, draw pattern 5 on the grid below. All right. So for pattern 4, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We have 1. Now we have 5 over here. And this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the bottom is also 5. Okay. So if I start from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. Let me make a big triangle first, and then we can fill inside as well. Okay. Okay, now this is just the white one. We have only one this, then 3, and then, okay, let me make this inside. We have 3 here, now we have 4. 1, 2, 3, and this would be 4. Okay. All right, so we have this. And at the end I will count the number of white and the gray triangles. All right, so for, as you can see, for pattern 4 we have 3, 2, and 1, and here we have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we have to shade this as well. So this one is gray, this is shaded, and this is shaded. This one is shaded. This one is shaded as well. This one. All right, and the bottom we have 4 shaded gray squares, triangles. All right, so now for the second part, complete the table. Pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total number of triangles. How many triangles? For pattern 1 we have 1 triangle. For pattern 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4 triangles. You can see 4, and then 9, and then 16. Okay, is there any, if we can check for pattern 4? Okay, 16 triangles. And then for pattern 5, so as you can see, we have 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36. So the pattern, the number of triangles are basically in form of n square. All right, now the number of gray triangles. How many gray triangles? 0 gray triangle, 1, and then 3. All right, and then we have to check how many gray triangles are there. For pattern 4 we have gray triangles are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 gray triangles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 gray triangles. All right, so in 0 we add 1, in 1 we add 2, in 3, okay, adding one more number each time, right? So first we have 0, we added 1, and then added 2, and then added 3, added 4, added 5, so that is 15. Now the number of white triangles. How many white triangles? 1 white triangles, then 3, and then 6. For pattern 3 we have 6 white triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 10 white triangles are there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 white triangles are there. All right, so in this number is again in 1 we add 2, and then add 3, add 4, add 5, add 6, add 6, that is 21. So the table is completed. Now for part 3, write an expression in terms of n for the total number of triangles in pattern n. So as you can see, the total number of triangles, the sequence is n square. This is obviously. Okay, now for number 4, write an expression in terms of n for the number of wide triangles in pattern n. How many wide triangles in pattern n? Number of wide triangles we have to find. Let me write down the sequence for number of wide triangles. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, and 21. Okay, let me find out the difference between the numbers. Adding 2, adding 3, adding 4, adding 5, and then adding 6. This is not a linear sequence. This difference is just 1 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. Since the second difference is constant, so it is obvious that it is a quadratic sequence. So the nth term for quadratic sequence is an square plus bn plus c. That is the quadratic sequence. Now we have to find what is a, b, and c. All right, so the first thing is to get the value of a. Now try to focus on this carefully. So we have to use 3 equations where we use 1, 2, and this one. But we have to start from the backward, right? Okay, so to get the a value, so we have to, what we have to do, the second sequence, the second sequence, the second difference, sorry, and then divide it by 2. That is my a. Every time the second sequence divided by 2 is your a, right? Now to get the b value, we have to use the equation 3 times a plus b. This equation is going to be equals to the first term of the first term of your first difference, which is 2. Now let me solve for b. So b is going to be 2 minus 3a, which is 1 by 2. So this is 2 minus 3 by 2. What is 2 minus 3 by 2? Which is 1 by 2. b is also 1 by 2. Okay, the third equation to get the value of c. The third equation is a plus b plus c. This is equals to the first term of the sequence, which is 1. From here we have to solve for c. The c is going to be 1 minus a and minus b. Right. 1 minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. This is 0. C value is 0. So let me plug all the values into the sequence. A is 1 by 2 n square, b is 1 by 2 n, and c is 0. So the nth term for the number of white triangle is n square by 2 plus n by 2. That is the nth term, right? So let me explain this one more time. Whenever you have a quadratic sequence, we have this type of nth term, an square plus bn plus c. Now to get the value of a, b, c, we have to use these 3 terms. The first term of the sequence, the first term of the first difference, and the first term of the second difference, right? So to get the a value, we have to start from backward. The a value is always the first term of your second sequence divided by 2. That is your formula to get a. And to get b value, we have to use the equation 3 times of a plus b equals to the first term of your second difference, and solving for b. To get the c value, we have to sum up a plus b plus c and put it equals to the first term of your sequence to get the c. I hope this makes sense now. Now moving to part b, the third term of a linear sequence is 34. The 8th term of the same linear sequence is 14. Number 1, find the value of the first term of this sequence. Okay, since it is a linear sequence, what do they mean by the linear sequence? Linear sequence means it has the same first difference is constant, right? Or we can say this is an arithmetic sequence, which is a n equals to a plus n minus 1 into d. That is the formula for the linear sequence, or we can say arithmetic sequence. So the third term we have given is 34. A plus n is 3. 3 minus 1 is 2d. This is equals to 34. This one we have given. And the eighth term we have given, a plus 8 minus 1 into d equals to 14. This is my second term. All right. Now we have to solve for the a value. So it is better to cancel. Do the subtraction first. Okay, changing the signs, a's cancel out, and from 2 take away 7 is minus 5d, and from 34 take away 14, this is equals to 20, and d is going to be 20 over minus 5. This is equals to negative of 4. So we have the common difference, d is negative 4. Since we have the d value, so a is going to be minus 2d plus 34, shifting the 2d on the other side. So a is minus 2 times of minus 4 plus 34. A is 2 times 4 is 8 plus 34. In 34 adding 8, so 34 plus 6 is 40, and then 2 is 42. So a value is 42. The first term is 42. Now for the second part, find the value of the first negative term of this sequence. First negative term of this sequence. Okay, so it means the first term is 42, right? And each time we have to subtract 4. Okay, 42 subtract 4, which is 38. And then subtract 4, which is 34. As you can see, the third term is 34. It is already mentioned. Third term is 34. All right. And then again subtract 4. We have 30. And then subtract 4 is 26. Then subtract 4 is 22. Subtract 4 is 18. Subtract 4 is 14. This is the 8th term. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is already given that the 8th term is 14, right? Subtract 4 is 10. And then subtract 4 is 6. Subtracting 4 is 2. Subtracting 4 is negative 2. Okay, so we have to find the first negative term of this sequence. So the first negative term of this sequence is minus 2. This is the first negative term of this sequence. Question number 5, part A. Describe fully the single transformation that maps shape A onto shape B. So A onto B. This is not an enlargement, not a rotation. This is not even a translation. It is a reflection. Yes. If I draw this line, along this line, as you can see, it is a reflection. This shape is reflected to this. Yeah, it is a reflection along this line. It has a reflection along this line. And what is this line? 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 2, y equals to negative x is that light line. So it is a reflection along a line y equals to negative of x. Now for part B, shape A is mapped onto shape C by an enlargement by scale factor of 3. Two of the vertices of shape C are 2, 5 and 5, 2. Okay, so shape A is mapped onto shape C by an enlargement and the scale factor is 3. And the two vertices we have given is 2, 5 and 5, 2. Let me label 2, 5. Where is 2, 5? 2, 5 is this vertex and 5, 2 is this vertex. All right. So shape A has 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. So we have given 2 vertices with the scale factor of 3. All right. So as you can see, this is 1, 1, 2, and 3. If I can connect this 3. This is 1, so these are 3. Another vertex is this, which is 2, 8. And this is 2, so 2 times 3 would be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 5 and 8 is the next vertex, and this is just 1, so this is 3. This is shape C. All right, now find the number 1, find the coordinates of the center of enlargement. So we have to find the center of enlargement. Since the scale factor is positive 3, so it means it is on the same side of the center. So for the center of enlargement, let me connect the coordinates together. Okay, this coordinate with this. Okay, and these two coordinates as well. And these two. Okay, and this coordinate with this one. So all coordinates passes through -4 and 5. So as you can say, we can say the center is -4 and 5. Now for the second part, find the area of shape C. The shape C, we have to find out its area. As you can see, the shape C is a trapezium. So area of a trapezium is half the sum of parallel sides multiplied by the height. So the parallel side, this is 3 and this is 6, and the height is also 3. So we can say the area of shape C, or area of a trapezium, is half sum of parallel sides are 3 plus 6 and multiplied by the height, which is 3. Okay, so 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 times 3 and divided by 2, which is 27 by 2, or 13.5 units square. Now for part C, transformation T is represented by the matrix. Transformation T map shape A onto shape D. Number 1 on the grid, draw the shape D. We have to find the coordinates of D. We have given the matrix, right? So when we have given the matrix, we have to use the formula that matrix times object equals to image. All right. So what is the matrix? The matrix is 0, 1, -1, 0, and object is basically the coordinates of transformation A. Okay, so the coordinates of A are -1, 4, -1, 4. -1, 4 is this coordinate. This is -1, 6, -1 and 6. And we have -2, 5, -2, 5, and the next is -2 and 6. -2 and 6. All right, let me find out the image. Image is basically the shape D and object is shape A. All right, so matrix multiplication, rows are going to multiply with the column 0 times -1 and 0 times -1 times 4, which is -4, right? Now rows with the column, so this is going to be 0, this is negative of 6, and this is 0 and this is -5. This is 0, this is -6. Same with the denominator, it's going to be -1, and the other term is 0. This is also -1, this is -2, and this is -2. So these are the coordinates of shape D. -4 and -1. -4, -1. Let me draw this. X is -4 and Y is -1, this point. Okay, -6, -1, -6 and -1. -5, -2, -5 and -2, and -6 and -2, -6 and -2. Okay, let me draw this shape on the grid. This is the shape D. This is D. Okay. The next, the second part, describe fully the single transformation represented by matrix. So as we know that the matrix transforms shape A onto D. So A onto D. So what is that transformation? So if I can pick this side of A and I rotate it and get this side. Yes, so it is basically a rotation, and the rotation is 90-degree, and this is anti-clockwise, opposite of the clock. And we have to find the center of rotation. Okay, for the center of rotation, as you can see, this point -1 and 4 changes to -4 and -1. Okay, right, so xy, okay, x is -1, y is 4. If I can say this coordinate, x is -1, y is 4, and this is -4 -1, -4 and -1. It means xy changes to negative of y and x, so it means this is about origin. Okay, when we have a rotation 90-degree anti-clockwise about origin, then we have a formula that xy changes to -yx, so it is obvious that it is about origin. So we can say it is a rotation 90-degree anti-clockwise about origin, which is 0 0. xy changes to -yx. When we have a rotation 90-degree anti-clockwise about origin, then xy changes to -yx. That is the formula. Question number 6, part A. In the Venn diagram, shade the region represented by P union Q. So P union Q, it means the whole P and the Q is shaded. It's union. Everything is shaded inside. Both sets are going to be shaded. Right. Now for part B, use set notation to describe the shaded region in the Venn diagram. That is, this region is x intersection y and its complement, outer is shaded. So x intersection y complement. Now for part C, we have a universal set 1 to 10. A is x is a factor of 40. The numbers that are factors of 40. Factors of 40 is 1, 2, 3 is not a factor of 40. We have 4. 4 times 10 is 40. 5 times 8 is 40. 6, no. 7, no. 8. 8 is a factor of 40. And we have 10 as well. Now for B, x is an odd number. 1 is an odd number. 3, 5, 7, and 9. These are the odd numbers. Okay. Number 1, complete the Venn diagram. So first we have to pick the intersection. 1 is in the intersection, right? What else? 5 is in the intersection, right? And complete the set A. 1 and 5, 2, 4, 8, and 10 is missing. 2, 4, and 8. 10 is already here. For B, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. What else is left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is outside. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes. Now for the second part, list the elements of A complement intersection B. What elements are in A complement intersection B? A complement is a region which is outside of A. This is A, and outer portion of A are 3, 7, 9, and 6. And its intersection with B is 3, 7, 9. 3, 7, and 9. Now for part 3, one of the element of the universal set is chosen at random out of 10 elements. Find the probability that this element is in A intersection B. So how many elements are in A intersection B? 1 and 5. So 2 elements are in A intersection B out of the 10 elements. So 2 out of 10 is the probability. Question number 7, part A, we have to solve this. So x is going to be 7 times 3 cross multiplication, which is 21. So x is 21, right? Now next equation we have to solve. 6x minus 5 equals to 2x plus 2 times 3 is 6. 6x and minus 2x, shifting the like terms to the x terms to the left and the y terms to the right. 6 plus 5, right? This would be 4x and this should be 11. So x is 11 out of 4. 11 by 4, or you can say 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 out by 4. Both answers are correct. Now for part C, we have to factorize this. Okay, so for factorization, we can say 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 6 is 24, and 4 minus 6, this is negative 2. Let me break this. 3x squared plus 4x minus 6x and minus 8. Now let me take x common. We have 3x plus 4. Negative of 2 common. 2 times 3 is 6x and 2 times 4 is 8. So the factors are x minus 2 and 3x plus 4. These are the two factors. X minus 2 and 3x plus 4. All right. Now for part D, we have ax squared, ax plus b whole square equals to this. Given that a should be greater than 0, find the value of each of a, b, and c. Okay. So if I can open this as ax whole square minus 2ax into b plus b square. Opening the ax plus b whole square, the first term square, so it's plus, it's positive, so plus 2 the first term and the second term, and the second term square. This should be equals to 4x square minus 12x plus c. So this is a square x square plus 2abx plus b square. This should be equals to 4x square minus 12x and plus c. Okay, now let me compare the coefficients. Comparing coefficients. All right, let me compare the coefficients. Now when we are comparing the coefficients of x square first, x square with x square, so we have a square would be equals to 4. So what is a? Which is root 4, and that is equals to 2 plus minus 2, right? And we have given that a should be greater than 0, so we have to pick the positive one, so a equals to plus 2 only. This is the reason why I'm picking the positive one, not the negative one. The next is we have to compare the coefficients of x. The x coefficients are 2ab, and on the other side is negative of 12. So 2a is 2, and b, this is negative of 12. So b is going to be negative of 12 out of 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 3 is 12. So negative of 3 is the b value. Now the last is we have to compare the coefficients of constants. The constant is b square, and we have c on the other side. So b is negative 3 whole square, which is 9, and that is the c value. So the c is 9. Question number 8, part A, volume of a cone, volume of a sphere, curved surface area of a cone, and surface area of a sphere. Full formulas we have given. A solid is formed by placing a cone on the top of a hemisphere. This is a hemisphere and this is a cone. The cone and the hemisphere each have a radius r centimeter. The cone and the hemisphere, they have r centimeter, they have the same radius. The height of the solid is 10 centimeter. The curved surface area of hemisphere is 145 centimeter square. The curved surface area of this hemisphere. Number 1, show that radius is 4.80, correct to 2 decimal place. All right, so the curved surface area of hemisphere we have given, and at the top we have given the formula that the surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r square, and the surface area of a hemisphere, half of a sphere, is dividing by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we can say the curved surface area of a hemisphere is 2 pi r square, and that is 145. So r square is going to be 145 divided by 2 pi. And what is r? R is the square root of 145 divided by 2 pi. This is plus minus when we are doing square root, but we are taking it positive. Why? Because radius never be negative. It is a dimension, so it never be negative. So square root 145 divided by 2 pi. This is 4.80, correct to 2 decimal place. 4.80 centimeter. So this is proved. Now for the second part, calculate the volume of the solid. So the solid, we have to find out its volume, that is formed by placing a cone on the top of the hemisphere. This is hemisphere and this is a cone. So basically, to find the volume of a solid, we have to find the volume of hemisphere and volume of a cone. So we have the volume of a cone formula and the volume of sphere formula. So for hemisphere, we have to divide it by 2. So it's 2 by 3 pi r cube, right? But we need the height of the cone. So the height of the solid we have given. So how can we get the height of the cone? So as you can see, from the center of the hemisphere to the circumference, this is r. So it means from center to this is also r. This length is r. This length is r. All these lengths are r. So this length is 4.8. All right. So we have to subtract 4.8. 10 minus 4.8. We will get the height of the cone. 10 minus 4.80, which is 5.2. So this height is 5.2. This point, this is 5.2, and this point is 4.8. We can say the radius of hemisphere is 4.8 and the height of the cone is 5.2, right? Now to find the volume of a solid, volume of a solid is the sum of volume of hemisphere plus the volume of cone. All right, volume of hemisphere formula is given at the top, which is 2 by 3 pi, radius is 4.8 whole cube, plus the volume of a cone is 1 by 3 pi, the radius is 4.8 square, times by its height, which is 5.2. Let me simplify, we will get the answers. Okay, so 2 by, we can say 2 by 3 times by pi times by 4.3 cube. This is 231.623. Okay, and this is 1 by 3 times pi times 4.8 square times 5.2. And we have to plus 125.6463, right? We have to add this 231.623. This is 357.8. Okay, this is 357.08, or if I can round it, which is 3.357.1 centimeter cube. Now for part 3, calculate the curved surface area of a cone. So at the top of the question, we have the formula that the curved surface area of a cone is pi r L. For the cone, we have the radius of the cone, but we have to find the height of the cone. All right, so this is simple. Sorry, L, the slant height, sorry. This is height, which is 5.2. This is a radius, which is 4.8, and this is L, the slant height. So this is a right angle triangle. We can easily find out the hypotenuse, which is L, by using the Pythagoras theorem, right? Let me draw this shape over here and solving for L. Okay, so this is L, this is 5.2, and this is 4.8. Let me solve for L. So hypotenuse square equals to 5.2 whole square plus 4.8 whole square. Okay, 5.2 plus 4.8, and its square root is this. So L is going to be 7.1 centimeter. This is 7.1. Now the curved surface area, this is going to be pi r L. This is pi, r is 4.8, L is 7.1. 4.8 times 7.1 times by pi, and this is going to be 107.1 square centimeter. Moving to part B, the diagram shows two sectors of a circle's sector A and sector B. These are the two sectors of a circle. Sector A has angle x and radius y. The area and the angle of sector B is 20% smaller than the angle of sector A. The radius of sector B is 20% longer than the radius of sector A. Calculate the area of sector B as a percentage of the area of sector A. Okay, so the angle of sector B is 20% smaller, negative, than the angle of sector A. Okay, so we can say the angle of sector B, this is sector A angle is x, which is minus 20% of x, right? So if sector A angle is x, we have to subtract 20% from this x, we will get this angle. All right, let me simplify this. X is common, 1 minus 2 by 10, 0 is cancelled with 0, right? 2 by 10, 1 minus answer, this is 0.8x. This angle for sector B is 0.8x. And the radius of sector B, let me work on the radius of sector B. Of B, this is 20% longer, so we add than the radius of A. Radius of A is y, so we add 20% of y. So y is outside, we have 1 plus 2 over 10, right? So this is 2 by 10, 1 plus answer, this is 1.2y. 1.2y, that is the radius, right? Now we have to find the area of sector B as a percentage of area of a sector A. All right, so area of a sector, we have a formula. Area of sector of a circle is theta over 360 into pi r square. That is a formula for area of a sector. Let me use that formula. Area of sector B as a percentage of area of sector A. So means in division we have to work on. So area of B, what is B? B angle is 0.8x divides 360 times by pi and times by the radius is y, yes, it's y, 1.2y, its whole square. And this is going to divide with area of sector, sorry, this is A over here, x over 360 times pi times y square, multiply by 100. Cancel the like terms. X is cancelled with x, 360 with 360, pi with pi, y square with y square. What is left? Okay, we have 0.8 and times 1.2 square. This is in the numerator. And in the denominator, we have nothing. Multiply by 100. This is just 1 is left in the denominator. Okay, 0.8 times 1.2 times 1.2 times 100. This is 115.2. 115.2. This is the answer. Question number 9. A shop sells 2 varieties of apple tree. Number A. The cumulative frequency diagram shows the height in meters of 80 variety A trees. Okay. Cumulative frequency and the height we have given. The total are 80 variety A trees. Number 1. Use the diagram to estimate number A, the median. Median has a formula that is half of 80, which is the 40th value we have to find on the diagram. The 40th value. Read the cumulative frequency diagram and find out the 40th value. What is it reading in terms of height? That would be the median. Okay. And this is, okay, 1.31, 1.32, 1.33 meters. Right. Now for the part B, the 30th percentile. So for 30th percentile, we can say 30 out of 100 multiplied by the 80 trees total. Okay, so 30 divides 100 times by 80, that is 24th value we have to find. That would be the 30th percentile. 24. Okay, we have 22 and 24. This is over here. Let me read the graph. This is 1.2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1.28 meters. Now for part 3, trees with tree with a height greater than y meter are graded class 1. 2 by 5 of 80 trees are graded class 1. Find the value of y. So 2 by 5 of 80 trees are graded class 1. So 2 by 5 of 80, 32 trees are graded class 1. Okay. Find the value of y. Trees with a height greater than y meters are graded class 1. Okay, 2 by 5 of 80 trees are graded class 1. So 2 by 5 of 80 are 32 trees are graded class 1, right? We have to solve for y. So 32 trees are basically graded class 1. Trees with a height greater than y meter, trees having a height more than y meters are graded class 1. So how many we have to solve for y. So from 80 trees we have to subtract 32. 80 minus 32, we can find out the reading. 80 minus 32, 48 trees. On 48 cumulative frequency we have to find out the height. Here we have 48. Mark on the graph and check the reading. All right, so this is 1.31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1.36. 1.36 meters is the height. Now for part 3, complete the frequency table for the height of the variety A trees, the height and the frequencies. All right, and we have given the cumulative frequency. Okay, 1.1 to 1.2, the frequency is 6. We have given 1.1 and this is 1.2. Let me check the reading. 0, 4, 6 and 8. 2, 4, 6. This is 6. Yeah, 0 to 6. The frequency is 6. Now 1.2 to 1.3, it is 24. 1.3, check the reading on 1.3. 1.3, its reading is 30. Okay, so from 30, take away 6, which is 24. Right, 1.3 to 1.4. On 1.4, this is 58. Yes, 58. So 30 and 58, its difference. 58 minus 30, which is 28. So the frequency is 28. 1.4 to 1.5. 1.5. Check the reading at 1.5. This is 76. Okay, 76 and 58. 76 minus 58. This is 18. Okay, 1.5 to 1.6. Till 1.6, we have a reading of 80. Now 80 minus 76 is 4. Sorry. Yeah, so it's just 4. The frequency is 4 over here. Now for part B, the frequency table shows the heights of 50 variety B trees. Height and the frequency using the midpoints of the intervals. Let me find out the midpoints of the intervals. The midpoint is the midpoint of 1.5 and 1.7. 1.5 plus 1.7 divided by 2. This is 1.6. 1.7 plus 1.8 divided by 2, 1.75. Next would be 1.85. Let me check. 1.8 plus 1.9 divided by 2, 1.85. And the last is 1.9 plus 2.3 divided by 2. This is 2.1. These are the midpoints. Okay, the estimated mean height of these variety trees is 1.81 meters. Calculate the value of P and the value of Q. This is P, this is Q. We have given the mean. Okay, so the formula for mean, this is sum of fx divided by the total. Okay, so what is f, what is x? F is the frequency, this is f, this is x. Let me do the product of fx. This is 1.6p. This is 15 times 1.7. 15 times 1.75. 26.25. 26.25. And the next is 17 times 1.85. 31.45. And 2.1q. Right? And the total are 50, right? So let me plug into the formula. The mean is 1.81. The product of fx is 1.6p plus 26.25 plus 31.45 plus 2.1q. This is going to divide with the total, which is 50. Divided by 50. Let me simplify this equation. So we can say 26.25 plus 31.45 is 57.7 and times by 50. So 50 times 1.81, this is 1.6p plus 2.1q plus 57.7. Okay, 50 times 1.81, this is 90.5 and subtract 57.7. This is the sum of 1.6p and 2.1q. Okay, minus 57.7. This is 32.8. So we have an equation 1.6p plus 2.1q. This is going to be 32.8. This is my first equation. Now we have two unknowns p and q. It means we should have two equations. So the next equation we can make by using the frequency. We know that sum of all frequency should be equals to 50 because we have 50 variety bay trees, right? So for the second equation, we can say p plus 15 plus 17 plus q. This should be sum is 50, right? So what is p plus q? P plus q is 50 minus 15 and minus 17. 50 minus 50 minus 15 minus 17, which is 18. So p plus q, this is equals to 18. That is my second equation. So we have two equations and two unknowns. We can easily work on it. So if I can say p over here is 18 minus q, this is my third equation. Let me plug that third equation into my first one. Okay. So 1.6, the p is 18 minus q plus 2.1q equals to 32.8. Okay, 1.6 times 18, 1.6 times 18, this is 28.8. 28.8 minus 1.6q, right? And the next is 2.1q. This is 32.8. All right, so we have 2.1 minus 1.6. Simplifying the q, which is 0.5q. 0.5q, and over here we have 32.8 and minus 28.8. 32.8 minus 28.8, which is 4. This is 4 out of 0.5. We have q. 4 divides 0.5, that is 8. So the q is 8. Let me solve for p. So to get p, plug over here. P is 18 minus of 8, which is 10. So P is 10 and Q is 8. Question number 10. The diagram shows a pentagon. Number A, calculate the interior angle B. This angle we have to calculate. Alright. So we have to sum up all the interior angles and put it equals to 540. Right? Because for triangle, sum of three angles, triangle has three angles, right? So sum of three angles of a triangle equals to 180, and for quadrilateral it has four angles, so it should be 180 times by 2, which is 360, and then 180 times by 3, which is 540, right? So when we have five angles, so angle B plus 106 plus 120 plus 79 and plus 148, this sum equals to 540. Simplify 106 and 148 and 120 and 79. So angle B, this is equals to 540, take away 453. Okay, 540 subtract answer, this is 87. So that angle, interior angle B, is 87 degrees. Now for part B, in the pentagon AE is 8 centimeter. Okay, A to E, this is 8 centimeters, and A to D, this length is 15 centimeter. Let me draw A to D. This is 15. Okay. Calculate the length ED. This length we have to calculate. Okay. Show your working and give your answer correct to one decimal place. All right. How can we calculate that? As we have A, E, and D. We have angle E, we have AE, we have AD. We have to find the missing one. Let me draw this triangle separately on the next page. Okay, this is the shape of the triangle. Okay, so this is 120 and E and D. This is A, this is 8 centimeter and this is 15 centimeter. We have to find this length. Let me apply the law of cosine over here, right? So the angle front side is 15, so we can say AD, it's square. This is equals to AE square plus DE square minus 2 times AE DE and cos of 180, 120. Let's say this is X, right? Okay, so AD, we have 15, it's square. AE is 8 square plus X square minus 2 into 8 into X and cos of 120 degrees. Let me simplify. 15 square is 225. 8 square is 64. This is X square minus we have in degrees cos of 120. This is minus 1 by 2 times negative 2. This is just 1. So plus 8x is left. All right. Okay, shifting this term on the other side. So we can say 0 equals to x square plus 8x plus 64 and minus 225. So 0 equals to x square plus 8x. 64 take away 225. This is minus 161. Okay, let me factorize this. It should be in one decimal place, the x we have to calculate. Okay, so x is equals to negative of 8 plus minus square root 8 square minus 4 times 1 times minus 161 divides 2 times of 1, the a value. For the simplification, x is minus 8 plus minus square root 8 square is 64 and this is plus 4 times 161, which is 644. 644 divided by 2. 644 plus 64, 708. So x is equals to minus 8 plus minus root 708 and divided by 2. Okay, root 708 is 2 root 117. 177, sorry, minus 8 plus minus 2 root 177 and divided by 2. Let me divide by 2. So this is 2 is cancelled with 2 and 2 times 4 is 8. So we have x is equals to minus 4 plus minus root 177. We have two solutions now. Okay, minus 4 plus root 177. This is x is equals to 9.30, and minus 4 minus root 177, this is x is equals to negative of 17.30. Okay, which one we have to pick? As we know that x is the length ED, the length of ED, and length never be negative, so we have to pick the positive one, which is 9.3 up to 1 decimal place. 9.3 centimeter is the length of ED. Question number 11. Q is the point n minus 4, R is the point minus 1, 8, and S is the point 3, 2. Number 8. The length of Q and R. Its length is 13 units. Find two possible values of n. So the length of QR. So QR length, this is square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. That is the length QR, right? Length QR is 13 units, right? And square root. This is Q and this is R. Q and R. This is x1, y1. This is x2, y2. Minus 1 minus n. Minus 1 minus n whole square plus 8 minus minus plus 4 whole square. And the square root. This is 13. Okay, to get rid of square root, we have to do squaring on both sides. So 13 square, this is equals to minus 1 minus n whole square, and 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 12 square. Okay. 13 square is 169. Subtract 12 square is 144. And this is equals to 1 plus n whole square. How I changed minus 1 and minus n, I took the negative sign common and take it square, that is positive. Let me do this over here. So minus is common, minus 1 square is common, so it's 1 plus n whole square. So minus 1 square is just plus, so it is 1 plus n whole square, right? This is how I get the positive one. Okay, 169 minus 144, 25, and 1 plus n whole square. Taking square roots on both sides, right, with the positive and negative. This is plus minus 5 and this is 1 plus n. All right, okay. 1 plus n equals to 5 and 1 plus n equals to negative 5. So n is 5 minus 1, that is 4. Okay, and the next n is minus 5 minus 1, that is negative of 6. 4 and minus 6 are the two solutions. Now for part B, RST is a straight line. RS and ratio RT is 2 by 5. Find the coordinates of T. So we have a given ratio RS over RT equals 2 by 5. Let me do the cross multiplication, which is 5 times RS equals to 2 times of RT. So 5, what is RS? RS is basically S minus R. And 2, what is RT? Which is T minus R. Right? R we have given is minus 1, 8. S we have is 3, 2. And let's say the T is XY. Right? So this is 5S minus 5R. This is equals to 2T minus 2R. 5s minus 5r and plus 2r, this is going to be 2t, right? 5s minus 3r This is 2 times of t. So 5 times the s is 3, 2. Minus 3 times r components are minus 1, 8. This is 2 times of the t components, which are xy. 5 times 3 is 15, and 5 times 2 is 10. Minus, we can say, let's say plus, minus 3 times minus 1 is positive 3. Minus 3 times 8 is negative of 24. This is 2t. Okay, now 15 and plus 3. 15, 16, 17, 18, which is 18. And 10 minus 24 is negative of 14. This is 2t. And to solve for t, we can say 18 by 2 and negative 14 by 2. And 2 times 9 is 18, 2 times 7 is 14. So 9 and negative 7 are the coordinates of t. Now for part C, find the equation of perpendicular bisector of RS. We have R, which is minus 1, 8, and we have S, which is 3, 2. Perpendicular bisector. So for this, we need the midpoint. We need the midpoint of RS. And we have to find the gradient or slope. Midpoint of RS, which is adding the x components, dividing by 2, minus 1 plus 3 divided by 2, and 8 plus 2 divided by 2, adding the y components and dividing by 2. This is 2 by 2, and this is 10 by 2. This is 1, 5. 1, 5 is the midpoint of RS, right? Now let me find the slope, or we can say the gradient of RS, which is y2 minus y1, 2 minus 8 divided by x2 minus x1. This is 2 minus 8 and 3 plus 1. 2 take away 8 is negative 6 over 4. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 2 is 4. Now for the perpendicular bisector, we have to find the slope or perpendicular bisector of RS, which is negative and reciprocal. Negative times negative is positive, and the reciprocal is 2 by 3. Okay, now let me find out the equation. So for equation, we can say y minus y naught equals to m into x minus x naught. X naught and y naught is this point. This is x naught and this is y naught, and this is my m. Okay, y minus 5 equals to negative, sorry, this is my m. This is for the perpendicular. This is 2 by 3 and x minus 1. Let me find out the equation in simplest form. This is also okay, so, or you can also simplify this. So y minus 5 equals to 2 by 3x minus 2 by 3. So y equals to 2 by 3x minus 2 by 3 and plus 5. Okay, minus 2 by 3 and plus 5. This is 13 by 3. So y equals to 2 by 3x and plus 13 by 3. Or we can say 3y equals to 2x plus 13. This is also correct. We can, because 3 is in the denominator. Okay, so that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.